What's up, YouTube? It is your boy, the Franchise Guy, coming at you again with another episode of MLB The Show 19, Phillies franchise. We're in round 2 of the playoffs, the NLCS against the Colorado Rockies. It's an 0-9 playoff matchup right now. And Cole Irvin's on the bump right now, and he is not doing good at all. I mean, by any sense of the word good. Cole Irvin is not that. Like, he is 8 runs in 3 innings so far. He has yet to not allow a minimum of 2 runs in an inning. I mean, we're forced to make a pitching change in the 4th inning. In comes Domingo German, and we need him to last. Gets out of a jam right there in the 4th, so good for him. Um, in the 5th, no runs scored again, so great for German. But I am so upset that how poorly Cole Irvin did. Especially he had a fairly decent year. He didn't have a great campaign. He went I think it was 8-4. He went during his rookie year, so not bad. But this postseason start is bad enough for I need to rethink him being in the rotation for the future. He was a B potential guy. I thought, oh well, maybe we can make it work. Maybe we can just have him do super good, and he'll raise up to like a mid 80s player, maybe like a low 90. But no, that's not the case at all. And we're forced to just pretty much use our main long man so far for this for the series in German. And Rockies have their way with us, winning 8-0. You know Freeland goes 9 innings pitched with only allowing 4 hits. On the mound for game number 2 is Aaron Nola. We need him to have a great game so far. Harper 2-run home run gives the Phillies their first runs of the series. 1 hit, and Fuentes ties it up right there. So not a great postseason for Aaron Nola. Nola is struggling really bad this postseason. An ERA just under 7. The guy that won, is a Cy Young caliber pitcher. An ERA that high is not good. Like, it is not good. His batting average. I mean, Aaron Nola can get a hit off Aaron Nola. That's how bad he is pitching right now. Blackmon, oh my God, Blackmon has just not stopped this year. Has not stopped once. Has not stopped in the regular season. Had that MVP caliber year. One MVP, hit over 50 home runs, slugged over 300. It's like he batted over 300. I'm not sure how many RBIs, but just an absurd season from Charlie Blackmon. And Phillies. Phillies a play on the mound, so we kind of go to the bullpen again. German's gassed. I mean, we have Nicasio, who's had a poor season to say the least, as he allows the game leading run to cross in the 9th. I mean, 4-3 right now. I mean, hopefully the Phillies can push across 8 runs at some point, but does not seem the greatest. But we do tie it up, bases juiced for Juan Nicasio. We're gonna pinch hit him, but we just don't have the depth on our bench right now. No, we don't. We have Phil Gosselin coming up, our main pinch hitter. I mean, sack fly works. We have the lead again. DJ Johnson comes in after we scored 2 runs in the 8th, and we hit a grand slam right there. Gosselin's on the mound. Got to go to our closer right here, Sir Anthony Dominguez. I mean, maybe Victor Arano. Gotta think it's not a safe situation. Let's go Neris. Neris, gets the walk against the lefty. You gotta put a right-hander in. He's gonna double. Neris, who's pretty lights out against righties. A lot of double to the righty, but hey, guess what? Phillies end up winning 9-4. Game number 3 right now in the series. We're back. I guess we're in Colorado right now. So I mean, we're series tied 1-1. It's alright. We had a bad first game. Had pretty poor second game, but little better. Arrieta. Hopefully he can do better than Nola and especially Cole Irvin. I am still upset with Cole Irvin's performance, and I am really rethinking his ability in our organization because Why would we have someone like that who just could not pitch against a major league ball club in the postseason? But coming into the fifth inning, Arrieta's holding his own, 3-3 now. I mean, only allowing 3 runs through 5 innings is super. I guess 4 runs now. Strikeout and strikeout again in the inning. Of only allowing 4 runs through 5 innings, Bruce ties it up right there. Nick Williams, gets the lead on the back-to-back home run right there. In comes Brian Shaw. Kingery gets a walk. Quinn's gonna get out. I mean, we're gonna have to go to our bench again. It looks like we just don't have anyone to hit. Gotta go Gosselin. Gotta use Gosselin early, and Gosselin walks, and no runs score there. So that was a waste of our best pinch hitter. Let's go Neris again. Gotta go against the righties. Got you know pitching change. We just can't have Neris face the lefty. You got a strikeout right there. Arenado singles, my apologies, and David Dole hits a home run. Alvarez just not what we need him to be right now. Colorado takes the lead, but Hoskins gives, this Phillies team the tie 6-6. There's nothing but offense this series. Not one game has there just not been any offense. In comes Pat Neshek, who I believe was down to a 73, it said. Oh boy, the pinch hitter Tapia hits a home run right there. So this is just not great. Sangwon Oh comes in again, last game he gave up the lead, so hopefully we do a little better, strikeout, flyout, and it's just not. Oh boy, I just don't know what to say right now. This team is baffling me. You got bringing Arano right now, who's probably one of our best bullpen arms since he came up, midway through the season. JT's on the mound, or I guess batting. Wade Davis, the closer, comes in. He goes 1-2-3. So we defeated 7-6. Game number 4 right now we're in. Or game number three? Three. Game number 3 we're in. My apologies. Got a little ahead of myself right there. Game number 3, down 2-1. Eflin's on the mound right now. You saw the game a couple weeks ago where he went on against the Cleveland Indians, and Zach Eflin had a great game. Like, he just killed it that game. And then, I mean, he's doing really good. He's probably having the single best game so far as postseason against against the Rockies. Like, I'm sorry, like Eflin of all players is having the best game. I told you he's a dark horse Cy Young candidate. Like, and people say, "Oh, it's a little controversial," as I say, nice things about him. Let's have a 2-run homer, but back in the field, I guess back to hitting now. Try to get got to keep Eflin on the mound. I don't trust our bullpen right now, but I just don't think that we don't have the bullpen, and we need to go to a pitching change out. Eflin's getting up there in energy, or down there. Got to go Alvarez against the lefty. Lefty's gonna single. Hampton's gonna single back-to-back hits. I mean, gotta go pitching change again. Gotta go Neris against the righty, strikeout, single for Blackman. Bases are juiced. I'm sorry, single for Rogers. Walked Blackman, struck out Arenado, and Dahl got out. So Colorado now with a 5-3 lead, and the Phillies are just gonna go down. They're not gonna score any runs. Sure, they got 2 men on, but guess what? No runs across that plate. Bringing back in Victor Arano. I mean, we just need someone to shut this team down for an inning. Let us get some runs, some hits, something. Colin Welker comes in to pitch for Colorado is doing a pitching change him Wade Davis again. So we saw Wade Davis already once this series, and he's gonna ground out Bruce. He's gonna strike out Segura, and there's gonna be another out right there. So we are our backs against the wall. Game number 5. I guess I said game number 4 last time. I guess, yeah, no, I wasn't ahead of myself. That was the right game. But game number 5 right now in Colorado against the Rockies. And, oh man, I have never been more nervous to play a game of MLB The Show ever. Yeah, you gotta see that one. We just spent the last 9.5 minutes in quick manage mode to find out that we're, down 3-1. We're facing elimination. So this game will either say, 2 more weeks of NLCS baseball, or it's gonna say 1 more week. This is gonna be the last week of NLCS baseball, and next week will be the be the off season. I'm hoping for 2 more weeks of NLCS baseball. In will come Domingo German. I mean, Cole Irvin, is his spot in the rotation, but after game number one, I was not having it. I was not going to put Cole Irvin, of all players, in a do or die situation game with the outing he had. Gave up what? I don't know what to think about it. He gave up 8 runs in 3 innings, 7 runs in 3 innings. Boy, he's lucky he's not get cut during this off season. I hope we lose low key though, because that just means we're that much closer to cutting Cole Irvin or removing him from our 40-man roster. But Domingo German, the 26-year-old, 6'2", 175 going against Kyle Freeland, the 25-year-old, 6'4". I mean, both been in the league for 2 years, so good for them. Bunch of young kids. Looking at the Phillies lineup, pretty much same as usual. Actually, a little different. JT's batting cleanup. Don't know necessarily why that is. Don't remember why I would ever put him cleanup. But Freeland 2-0, 106 ERA and 17 innings pitched, a .71 WHIP. Has only allowed 1 walk this entire postseason. I mean, with 2 outs in the inning, there's got a lazy fly out right here. So boy, oh boy, this is not going to be a fun game to play. Take a look at the Rockies. Got Story Riders, Blackman going 1, 2, and 3. Arenado, Dahl, Desmond 4, 5, and 6. Fuentes, someone else, and the pitcher at 6, 7, or 7, 8, and 9. Domingo German, 5 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, 3 walks, 8 Ks. The WHIP of .8. So I mean, WHIP wise, relatively the same as uh, Kyle Freeland, but hopefully we get Kyle Freeland esque stats right here as the first batter of the game for the Rockies is going to lead off the game with a double. This this is not going to be good. Next batter up is going to be a bloop single in front of Jay Bruce. Bruce firing into the infield. Doesn't matter. That throw is way offline. The run will score. I'm going to regret playing this game, aren't I? You know, fourth batter up in the inning. He's going to get a bloop hit right there in front of the left fielder, Nick Williams. I mean, oh man, this is just not going to be fun. German clutches up though, gets a strikeout right there for the second out of the inning. So it's all right. We're doing something. We're baseballing. As a clutch up again, get a strikeout to end the inning right there. I mean, not the worst inning. Only 1 run was allowed. Top of the second right now. JT's going to take this ball down the left field line and is going to clear the fence. A line drive home run ties his game up at 1. Freeland does not believe what he just witnessed. I mean, especially because JT Realmuto does not hit lefties. For whatever reason, JT just cannot, and I mean cannot, hit lefties to save the life of him. It is one of the strangest things I think I've ever seen, that this man, who is, a right-handed hitter, has like 82 contact against righties, but his contact against lefties is like 60. Do not understand why it's like that. It's absurd to me, really. But Nick Williams going to get that ball in the gap right there. He's gonna fall for a single. So Williams, he's playing his little heart out. He's doing the best he absolutely can do. He's trying to, be clutch. David Bodie, the midseason acquisition, kind of replaced Mikel Franco for a little bit before we move Harper there. Gets a single. Roman Quinn, the speedster, going to bloop that one over the head of the shortstop. But problem is, we had to hold up the runners, and oh boy, Bodie gets thrown out at second by Desmond. That is just not fun. German comes up next to bat. I mean, and he's gonna come up clutch a little bit right there. Gets the RBI single, went over the hand of glove. My boy, boy, that was hard for me to say for some reason. The glove of Fuentes gets an RBI single. So the Phillies now have a lead, their second lead ever in this series. I mean, Freeland is rattled. He's allowed not only one run, he's allowed multiple runs and multiple hits in the same inning. Wow, look at that diving slide, ineffective right there by Ian Desmond. Heals it, and Segura is down with a error, E8. So he's on base, so that's all that matters. Bottom two right now. German's gonna start off with a strikeout right there. He's a power pitcher, and a power pitcher is gonna challenge batters. Gets another strikeout right here. So I have Tony Walters on the big curveball. And hey, if we can sit there and have clutch performances, as Nick Williams gets a hold of this one, sends this one to medium right field to end the inning, a 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies and Freeland. Freeland seems like he has settled down, which is not something that I'm happy to say. Look at that. Oh boy, Quinn cannot get to it. Oh boy, Jay Bruce. Oh, and that's sorry, not Jay Bruce. That'd be Phil Gosselin. Not Phil Gosselin. No, David Bodie. David Bodie's in right because we're playing the lefty. Bruce is on the bench. But Blackman walks. German. It's one out, and oh boy, that's not what we want to do. The right fielder, Gosselin. I keep saying Gosselin. The right fielder, David Bodie, gets turned around in right field. In this game, by the time the ball gets there, this game will be tied up. Charlie Blackman just has had a monster year, a monster postseason. That's not Charlie. That's Nolan Arenado. Why did I think it's Charlie Blackman? But next batter up, going to drop that in for a nice little double right there. Just cannot get to. Oh boy, he's gonna go for third, and he's going to be safe at third right there. Nicola just couldn't get to it. I thought he would have had the speed to just run up in there, and apparently not. No. Next batter up's going to get one past the speedy Roman Quinn. He's going to score easily, give the Rockies a 5-3 lead, and then the runner batter is going to get a triple right here. So it's just not the Phillies' day so far. German, who did so good in the 5 innings when he came in relief for Cole Irvin, just is not here today. 2 outs in the inning. We're gonna get a hit though, so we're cooking. But it'll come Jared Eichhoff. German's day is done. He is in line for the loss in 45 games this year. He's 5-0, 3.55 ERA, 91 Ks. Not too bad for the 101 innings pitch he's pitched. I mean, not a great start to his debut though in the postseason, at least for NLCS. As his first batter on the third pitch is gonna hit a double off him. I mean, can anyone in our bullpen pitch this series? Like, seriously, can anyone just sit there and, I don't know, have like a decent game for whatever reason? Yeah, Fire's home, he's safe. It's just not a good time. No, it's not a good time at all. Look at that. Oh boy, 1 out of the inning. Hoskins heals it. Fire's home. He's not gonna. No, this game is just getting away from the Phillies. They're playing sloppy defense. They're sloppy pitching. Their offense, which has been one of their best features this entire series so far, is gone cold. Like, this offense just does not exist anymore for whatever reason. And the icing on the cake right here, a 2-run, 2-out home run by David Dahl. A 9-3 lead for the Rockies in the bottom of the fourth. Oh boy. I mean, if you thought Cole Irvin's day was pretty bad, I mean, Jared Eichhoff may have just pitched himself out of the bullpen for next season. Not the rotation, the bullpen. Yes, that's where Jared Eichhoff's been the entire season. You guys are new to this series. You don't know where a lot of my players have been. Eichhoff's been the bullpen for the majority of the season. I mean, pretty much all the season. But Hoskins, top of the five, gonna fly out to deep center field. 1-2-3 inning again. I mean, Freeland just knows what to do for this team. And will come Juan Nicasio with his 9 ERA and his 1-0 record. One inning pitched right as you're batting 800 against them. Jeez Louise. Now, gonna strike out Fuentes looking right here for the first out of the inning. German, 3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 1 walk, 4 Ks. With 0 pitches thrown, by the way. I just want you to know that. German all out without throwing a single pitch. But 1-2 count right here. It's going to be another single. Oh boy, this game is just getting out of hand. It is getting away from the Phillies. Like, can we wave the white flag right now? You know, bunt, suicide bunt right here. Hoskins heals it. He's gonna be safe right there. So, I mean, E3, the big guy, Gabe Kapler looks on just unimpressed with the talent that's on this field right now. Nicasio clutches up, strikes out the next batter though. So Story goes down. A little frustrated, everyone else is getting hits, and Trevor Story's gonna strike out swinging. But, top six are now 3-1 count. Nick Williams is gonna get a hit. Way to go, Nick Williams. I mean, you're just being super clutch right now. I mean, you're probably the clutchest guy at the plate. Don't talk about your fielding because your fielding's god awful. But David Bodie's going to follow that single up with a single of his own right there. So we have 2 men on with 1 out. Roman Quinn comes back up, singles again. Williams going to round third base and score. But, bring the score closer 4-9. A double by Quinn. Not the worst thing that happened to this team. Kingery up now, going to bloop one in the left field. Quinn's going to score from second base. So the lead for the Rockies is down to 3. Clutch hitting, probably the most clutch hitting we've seen all series. No, we were down 3-9, and now we've rallied back this inning and brought to 6-9. So we're trying our absolute best to win right now. Freeland coming out. I mean, last game he pitched a complete game shutout, like a 4-hitter against us. But now we've rattled him. We've gone for 6 runs against Kyle Freeland, and we're going to go to Brian Shaw. Shaw in 6 games so far as postseason is 1-0 with a 1.69 ERA. Lefties batting just under 150, and righters are batting a cool 100 against him in 5 1/3 innings pitched. I mean, I'm not too worried about bullpen arms when they have very limited amount of innings pitched. But then again, that 1.69 is still very threatening, as Jay Bruce is going to come up clutch with the pinch hit single right there. We're going to hold Kingery at second. He had a big turn, but we just didn't push it right there. Harper's going to come up clutch now, hits a single to right field. Actually going to go for 2 right now. No, they don't. Probably could have thrown him out. I mean, Bruce goes from first to third. Harper actually goes into the double because the throw was to the cutoff man, which is midway in the infield. So the lead for the Rockies is now 7-9. Hoskins now comes up, and Hoskins delivers the biggest hit of the game so far, a 3-run home run. Phillies now take the lead off Brian Shaw. See, I was telling you before this inning started that, I guess midway through the inning, that I'm not too worried about that 1.69 ERA yet because he only has 5 1/3 innings pitched. I mean, if he had, say, 50 innings pitched, it's not realistic for the postseason, I'd be a little more worried. But since it's only the, you know, 5 innings pitched, I'm not going to fret it. JT comes up, lines one off the pitcher right here. The manager looks on, checking out if the pitcher's okay. He's kind of hobbling right now. Catcher comes out, take a look at him, and he's kind of like shrugging it off. He seems like he's okay, unfortunately. Not not the worst thing for us, because we just took him deep for a couple runs, and he's waving off his manager and the trainer. Nick Williams now up, going to split the gap right here in left center field. Now JT's got some speed. He's going to go first to home. Nick Williams also has some speed, and he's going to slide in for a triple. Phillies now with a 2-run lead in the 6th inning. And for the 4th time so far as postseason, Jose Alvarez. I'm not going to talk about his stats because they're doo-doo. But he comes in, strikes out Nolan Arenado. 2-2 count. Gets David Toll. I mean, singles past Harper. Harper, I mean, he's a decent third baseman. I mean, he's not the greatest, but he's fairly decent. Next batter up after the Dole single is going to split the gap right here. Quinn with his 99 speed just can't seem to get there. And Dole's going to go first to home and score right here. That Phillies lead I was just boasting about was 2 runs, now down to 1. In will come Victor Arano in 4 games, 1 save, 4 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts. Raiders are batting just like a cool 300 against him. But he has allowed no runs. So more or less, he's our Brian Shaw. 1-2 count, going to get a pop-up right here to Nick Williams. He's going to settle under it, and that will be the final out of the inning. So, clutch performance right there by Victor Rhino. I mean, pitching change again. Manager comes out, does not want the current pitcher on the mound. I think it's still Brian Shaw. But Arenado's walking around the back mound. But in will come DJ Johnson. DJ Johnson looking like Jose Alvarez. Now to 3 games, 0-1, 16.2 ERA, 1 and 2/3 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts. Lefties are batting 250, and righties are batting a cool 750. Quinn though taking care of that lefty batting average. Oh, he's going to try and extend a double to a triple, and that was not a smart move right there, as he could have had an easy stand-up. He was trying to get greedy. Oh, it will come Phil Gosselin, though, the pinch hitter, our main pinch hitter. He's going to dribble it to the shortstop, and is going to be thrown out. 1-2-3 inning for DJ Johnson. Cole Irvin, the man who got banished from the rotation, comes in, and on the fourth pitch of his, performance, lets up a home run to the left-handed Tony Walters. I mean, we were struggling for left-handed pitching depth in our bullpen this season, and I'm not going to be one that's going to deny that. But Cole Irvin has to be kidding me right now. He cannot be serious that he let up a home run to the catcher who's not even a power hitter. Look at his stats. He only has like 50, 60 power at most. But that was a no-doubt home run by the catcher right there, and I am quite upset right now with Cole Irvin. 3-2 count, bottom 7, another lefty up. He's going to get a single up the middle right here. Quinn misplays it, so, he's going to round first, and he's going to head up into second. Slide and safe. That throw gets away from the shorts, I guess, second baseman Kingery, and Irvin picks it up. So now he's just going to pitch with it because he's just a letdown. He's a factory of sadness. Ball gets past Kingery right now in the diving play. Gonna fire to home, not gonna be in time. Run scores, lead returns back to Colorado, a 12-11 lead now. I mean, gets a strikeout finally. Brendan Rodgers strikes out swinging right there for the finally get the first out of the inning. So just a horrid start right now. Stealing now. JT's can't throw him out right now. So stolen base for Trevor Story. I mean, can things go any worse? I mean, strikes out Nolan Arenado right here. But Irvin, though, right now having a horrid postseason. Sangwon Oh comes in. Again, I think he's pitched every game so far. No, he's only pitched 3 games. I lied. Won 3 games is a 7.71 ERA, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts. Bryce Harper's going to strike out swinging right here for the second out. I know he's actually not going to get thrown out. Ball gets away from Walters. Walters can't recover in time, so it's going to be a strikeout wild pitch. So the tying run is on first base right now. That nothing amounts to that anything right there. In comes Pat Neshek. Neshek in 1 game is 0-1 with a 9 ERA. Lefties are batting 500 against him in 1 inning pitched. So, and will come Ramil Tapia. I mean, the pinch hitters murdered us pinch hitting wise. Like, absolutely destroyed us. 2-2 count. Going to take it to left field. Williams settles under and gets the out. So a 1-2-3 inning for the veteran Pat Neshek. Good for him. Wade Davis now on to pitch. The closer comes in 3 games, 3 saves, 3 innings pitched, 5 Ks, no earned runs, no hits allowed actually either. Eesh, that's scary looking right there. 2-2 count for JT Realmuto, and he's going to ground out right here. I mean, he's not doing too good. Next batter up's going to strike out swinging at a ball in the dirt. So, I mean, we're down to our final out right now. I mean, we gotta hopefully, we can have someone else get a hit against Wade Davis. Doesn't matter, strikes out swinging. And the Colorado Rockies have eliminated the Philadelphia Phillies from the 2019 NLCS. I had to think about what year we're in real quick because in my road to the show we're in like 2023. So I just want to make sure I said the right year. But this was a rematch of the 2009 postseason in which the Phillies and Cliff Lee beat the Rockies, who had like Matt Holliday on the team. But unfortunately, the magic does not continue. The Philadelphia Phillies will have to wait another year to try and make a push for the World Series. David Dahl gets player of the game, 5 at bats, 3 hits, a home run, 3 runs, 3 RBIs. Absolutely killed us this series. Him and Ramuel Tapia absolutely destroyed us this season. Like I'm like destroyed is not even like the proper word. Like annihilated, I think is a better word for what they did to us this series. I mean, it was embarrassing. I mean, we got to really rethink our pitching rotation and pitching depth because some of these pitchers are definitely not on the good side of Chance Bishop, the GM right now. You know, look at you, Kohler, and he's definitely on the naughty list to not use any curse words to for my series one text of YouTube. Make sure to click on subscribe. Peace out, rock on, and have a super awesome day. Yeah, that sounds fun.